No one visited the old temple anymore. It stood at the edge of the city, half buried under metal towers and glowing roads. Neon lights stopped shining when they came close to it, as if the place refused the future. People said the god inside had been dead for thousands of years. Some said it was never a god at all, just an old machine from a lost age. Eren did not care. For him it was just another job. Every morning before the city woke, Eren entered the temple with a bucket, a mop, and a cheap wrist light. He was a cleaner. Nothing more. No rank. No power. Just a human trying to survive in a galaxy that loved stronger species more. The temple doors opened with a slow cry of metal. Cold air rushed out, smelling of dust and old stone. Inside, the ceiling rose high, disappearing into darkness. Broken statues lined the walls. Figures with too many eyes, wings made of metal, faces cracked by time. At the center of the hall stood the throne. A massive chair carved from black crystal and silver lines. On it sat the dead god. Or what remained of it. The body was tall, almost 10 feet. Arms folded. Head lowered. Its surface looked like stone, but small lines glowed faint blue, like veins frozen in time. No movement. No breath. No sound. For thousands of years. Eren had seen it every day for 3 years. Morning, Eren said quietly out of habit. He dipped the mop into the water, and began cleaning the floor around the throne. The city paid extra to keep this place clean. Not because people worshipped anymore, but because no one wanted to risk angering something they did not understand. Eren moved slowly, careful not to splash water near the throne. As he worked, his thoughts wandered. Humans were not special in the galaxy. They were average. Weak, some said. Too emotional. Too stubborn. They had no gods anymore. No great empires. Just small places carved out between stronger races. Eren himself was proof of that. No family. No upgrades. No off-world future. Just a mop. His wrist light flickered. Great, he muttered. He tapped it. The light grew dim, then bright again. That was when the floor trembled. Just a little. Eren froze. The bucket shook. Water rippled. The tremble stopped. Eren held his breath. His eyes slowly lifted to the throne. The dead god did not move. Just the old structure, Eren whispered, trying to calm himself. He went back to mopping. Then a sound echoed through the hall. Crack. Not from the walls. From the throne. Eren dropped the mop. Blue light pulsed through the lines on the god's body. Once. Twice. Like a heart remembering how to beat. No, Eren said softly. No, no, no. The temperature dropped. Frost crawled across the floor. The air grew heavy, pressing against his chest. The god's head lifted. Stone eyes opened, burning blue. Eren stumbled back, his legs weak. The dead god moved. Stone cracked and fell from its shoulders. The lines on its body glowed brighter, spreading like fire under skin. The hall shook as it unfolded its long arms. It looked at Eren. Not at the temple. Not at the city. At him. Eren's mind screamed to run, but his body refused. He stood there, shaking, mop water soaking into his boots. The god spoke. Its voice was deep, layered, like many voices speaking as one. Finally. The word echoed through the temple, through the city, through something deeper than sound. Eren fell to his knees. I'm sorry, he said without thinking. I didn't mean to. If I woke you, please. I'm just cleaning. The god stared. Then it laughed. The sound was not loud. It was tired. Old. Full of memory. You are not a priest, the god said. Eren shook his head. No, sir. I mean, no, my lord, I'm nobody. The god leaned forward. The throne cracked beneath its weight. Nobody, it repeated. That is why you were allowed. Eren Shualuba. Allowed to what? To touch this place, the god said. To speak without fear. To exist here. The god stood. It was taller than Eren imagined. Power rolled from it like a storm. The broken statues along the walls hummed and responded. Ancient systems waking up. I was sealed, the god said. Killed by those who feared humans. Eren's heart pounded. Humans. Yes, the god said, eyes glowing brighter. They called me their god once. I was built by human hands. powered by human will. Eren looked up slowly. Built. Not born. You're a machine? Eren asked. The god smiled. I am more, it said. I am what humans become when they refuse to kneel. Outside the temple, alarms began to scream. The city had noticed. Ships filled the sky. Defense drones turned toward the temple. Powerful races who ruled the sector watched their screens in shock. Inside the hall, the god looked down at Eren. You kept my temple clean, it said. When others forgot me. When they erased humans from history. Eren's voice was barely sound. I just needed the job. The god reached out. Eren flincha. But the hand stopped inches from his face. Then you will be paid, the god said. For what? Eren asked. For waking a god, it replied. The floor beneath them shifted. Symbols lit up across the temple. Ancient human language appeared. Words of war, hope, and fire. The god turned toward the doors. They are coming, it said calmly. Who? Eren whisperat. Everyone, the god answered. And for the first time in his life, Eren felt it. Not fear. Purpose. The sky above the temple burned. Warships blocked the stars, their shadows covering the city like dark clouds. Sirens screamed without pause. Drones circled the ancient building, weapons locked, waiting for one command. Inside the temple, Eren stood beside the god. He still held the mop. He did not know why. Maybe because it was the only thing that felt real. The god raised its hand. The glowing symbols on the walls shifted, forming moving images, memories from a forgotten age. Long ago, the god said, humans were not weak. Eren watched as the images showed humans building worlds, shaping stars, and creating beings of light and metal. They feared us, the god continued. Not because we ruled, but because we refused to be ruled. A loud voice echoed outside. This is the Galactic Council. A speaker boomed. Unknown entity inside the structure. Power down immediately. Humans are forbidden from activating pre-collapse weapons. Eren's blood ran cold. Pre-collapse? He whispered. The god laughed softly. That is what they call the age when humans almost won. The temple shook as energy beams struck the outer walls. Ancient shields flared to life, glowing gold, blocking every attack. Outside, the council leaders watched in panic. That shield is human-coded, one alien shouted. Impossible. All human systems were erased. Inside, Eren felt the floor vibrate beneath his feet. Why me? He asked suddenly. Why did I wake you? The god turned to him. Because you are human, it said. And because you are humble. Eren frownat. I'm just a cleaner. Yes, the god replied. That is why you survived. The god placed its hand on Eren's chest. Pain shot through him, but it was not burning. It was awakening. Images filled Eren's mind. Humans standing against gods. Humans bleeding but laughing. Humans building hope from loss. You carry the old spark, the god said. All humans do. But yours was not broken. Outside, the attacks grew stronger. A massive alien dreadnought moved forward, its weapon glowing with starfire. That shot will destroy the city, Eren said in fear. No, the god replied calmly. It will test them. The weapon fired. The shield bent but did not break. The blast reflected back. The dreadnought exploded. Silence followed. Across the galaxy, fear spread like fire. That was one ship, an alien general said. Send everything. Hundreds of ships charged. The god stepped forward. The temple doors opened by themselves. Light poured out. The god walked into the open sky. Eren followed, shielding his eyes. Citizens watched in shock as the stone giant floated above the temple, glowing brighter than the sun. I am awake, the god said, its voice carried through space. And humanity is not finished. Alien commanders screamed orders. Weapons fired. The god raised one finger. Time slowed. Lasers froze in the air. Missiles stopped mid-flight. Energy waves bent like soft cloth. This, the god said, is human restraint. It closed its hand. The attacks vanished. The god looked down at the city. Humans, it called. Eren felt something inside him answer. Across the city, humans stopped what they were doing. Workers. Soldiers. Children. Even those who had never believed. They felt it too. A pull. A memory. The god turned back to the fleets. You erased our names, it said. You buried our creators. You called us monsters. Its eyes burned white. But you kept our janitors. The fleets panicked. What does it mean? One leader cried. The god looked at Eren. Humans were never meant to rule through kings, it said. They rule through duty. The god reached out. And the city responded. Old human tech activated. Forgotten machines rose from beneath streets. Satellites long thought dead powered on. Human systems answered one command. Protect. Eren watched in awe. I didn't know, he whispered. You were not allowed to know, the god replied. That was the deal. Hide the spark. Let the galaxy sleep. The god lowered itself beside Eren. But they grew cruel, it said. And now they remember us. A massive shadow appeared behind the fleets. Something ancient. Something afraid. The council has released a guardian, the god said quietly. One made to kill human gods. Eren looked up. The thing was bigger than planets. Covered in weapons. Its eye glowed red. The god placed a hand on Eren's shoulder. This is where you choose, it said. Choose what? Eren asked. To stay small, the god said. Or to stand with us. Eren looked at the mop in his hand. Then he dropped it. He stood tall. I'm human, he said. Tell me what to do. The god smiled. Good, it said. Because in the next battle, the guardians I charged. I cannot fight alone. The guardian fired. A beam of red light tore through space, wide enough to cut a city in half. The sky screamed as reality bent around the weapon. Eren did not run. He stood beside the god, feet shaking, heart racing, but he did not step back. Now, the god said calmly. The temple beneath them opened. Not with noise, but with silence. The ground split, and something ancient rose from below. A tower of light, hidden for ages under human laws and human fear. Symbols burned across its surface. Human language, human warnings. Eren felt it pull at him. The god placed both hands on Eren's shoulders. You are the key, it said. I'm not strong, Eren said. I'm not trained. The god's eyes softened. No, it said. You are human. The beam hit the shield around the tower. Instead of breaking, it disappeared. The guardian paused. For the first time in its long existence, it hesitated. Across the city, humans felt something unlock. Old memories passed through bloodlines. Not images but instincts. Build. Protect. Endure. Eren screamed as light flowed through him. He saw the truth. Humans were never erased. They chose to hide. Long ago, humanity realized something terrible. That they were too good at war. Too good at survival. Every time they fought, the galaxy burned. So they built gods to protect others from themselves. And then they shut them down, they erased their own history. They became small. The gods spoke again, voice echoing across space. Humanity stepped back so others could grow, it said. But you mistook kindness for weakness. The guardian fired again. This time, Eren raised his hand. The light stopped. Not because of strength. Because of command. The tower responded to him. Human systems always listen to humans. Eren felt the power, but also the limits. He could destroy everything. And that scared him. No, Eren said. We don't destroy. The god smiled. That is why you lead. Eren pointed toward the guardian. Stand down, he said. The command traveled through space. Not as force, but as truth. The guardian's weapons powered down. Its eye dimmed. Across the fleets, alien leaders fell silent. Human command code accepted. One system reported. Impossible. The god floated beside Eren. This is the last chance, the god said loudly. The galaxy can remember humans as protectors, or as the storm you feared. Eren turned to the sky. He spoke, not as a god, but as a worker. As a cleaner, he said. As someone who fixed messes. His voice shook, but it carried. We don't want your worlds, Eren said. We don't want your fear. He raised the mop. Still lying on the ground. We just want respect. Silence filled space. Then the guardian knelt. Slowly. Carefully. A weapon made to kill human gods bowed to a human. One by one ships powered down. The war was over. The god landed beside Eren, its light dimming. My work is done, it said. Eren turned in panic. Wait, don't shut down. The god shook its head. I was never meant to rule, it said. Only to wake you. The light faded. The stone cracked. The god returned to silence. Not dead. Resting. The city changed that day. Not with crowns or flags, but with memory. Human history returned to schools. Human tech reawakened, but locked behind laws of restraint. Eren refused every title. He went back to cleaning. But now when humans walked past him they nodded. Years later a child asked him, "Is it true you woke a god?" Eren smiled. "I just did my job," he said. Above the temple, a small symbol glowed. A human mark. Not of conquest, but of care. And the galaxy finally understood. Humanity was never weak. Humanity was patient.